In a matter of only a few years, women went from being second-class citizens to being political consultants of the leader of the Muslim nation. Lady Salama gave consultancy on a very crucial matter which the Prophet applied and which turned out to be a very successful solution. In the time of the Prophet, peace be upon him, women were granted the right to vote 14 centuries prior to the women's suffrage movement, which finally resulted in women being able to vote in the United States in 1920, in France in 1945, in Switzerland in 1970. Not only did Islam grant this right to women more than 1400 years before women in the West, but Muslim women did not have to fight, beg, or be imprisoned for that right as the suffragettes did for more than 100 years before finally being granted the vote. There was a significant event that took place during the lifetime of the Prophet, peace be upon him, in which he received information that an army of 4,000 were heading towards Medina to attack the Muslims. The Prophet gathered his companions, males and females alike, and asked for their opinion whether they should fight the army outside the city limits or remain inside to fight them in the city that they were well acquainted with, which would be advantageous to them. The men and women voted, and guess what? The opinion of the majority was opposite to the Prophet's own opinion. Yet, he went ahead with the majority, giving a lesson to every leader who wishes to be just. Muslim women also voted in order to choose a leader of the Muslim nation, such as in the case of Uthman. It is an interesting fact that women did not only participate in the battles at the time of the Prophet by nursing the wounded, but also by engaging in combat, such as Imara and Safiya, the aunt of the Prophet, peace be upon him, and Haram. Imara's combat skills were praised by the Prophet, and she was one of the 14 commandos who protected the Prophet at the day of Uhud when the Muslims were defeated and the Prophet's face was wounded. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, "I did not turn to my right or my left, but that I saw her defending me with her sword."